But no, I would never ever get them to kiss or get naked in a workshop. Hi, I'm Aastha Khanna and I'm here with Tweak India today to answer all the questions you've ever wanted to ask an intimacy coordinator. I usually tell people that I'm akin to an action director, pretty much how action directors are required for action scenes and intimacy coordinators required for intimacy scenes. I've been called the sex police once. A lot of people have come up to me and told me that they think that an intimacy coordinator's job is irrelevant because if an actor can talk and speak their mind, then why do you need one? I think the only person that I had to sort of sit down and explain properly to was my grandmother. And her first reaction was, hey? It was pretty easy actually. No, my family members don't ask for tutorials, but I will tell you one thing. I had a very awkward / actually not awkward conversation with my parents when they asked me about this one time that they were in Amsterdam and they saw a sex toy store and they were like, we didn't understand shit of what was there inside it, so we didn't buy anything. But now we might actually ask you for some kind of information on it. As a joke, yes. Of course, a lot of them come up to me and say, okay, so now are you gonna teach people how to have sex in real life as well? Although a lot of people do need to be taught, that's not what I do. What helps me to better my skills with choreography is just watching European cinema, watching the new stuff that's happening on HBO, because if it's not porn, it's HBO. There's something called arousal non-concordance, which is when your body has bodily reaction to some buttons being touched, which may or may not be in sync with what your mind is thinking. I'm sure a lot of male identifying people or people with penises have experienced a boner when they didn't really want to get a boner. And it may have also happened with people with vulvas, that they've experienced some kind of wetness, whether or not they were aroused or whether or not they consented to something. The reason that happens is because physiologically our bodies are sort of attuned to react to a certain stimulus. Lack of sync between mind and body is called arousal non-concordance. It happens. So the reason that we do not have sex scenes that have completely nude people where their genitals are touching one another is because then that becomes porn and that's illegal. What we do is we make prosthetics, pubic wigs. And the only time that you would see a real body completely nude would be if they're completely by themselves. And in which case they should not be masturbating, because if they're masturbating, it's considered a sexual act and therefore that needs to be also a prosthetic. Say there's a body of a female on screen, that could be completely nude. And a body of a male without an erect penis. If the penis is erect, it has to be a prosthetic. So it's technical, but a more pointed answer would be that no, when they're having sex, they're not completely nude. The kind of trust exercises that I like to do with my performers involve just getting to know each other as a person, just sort of spending a little bit of time with each other and building respect and getting to know of each other's boundaries. I like to play something called observe, perceive, wonder. I let one speak of what they observe of the other person, and then the other one takes a turn. And then you do perceive. So an observation is a physical observation. Perception is what you've understood of that observation. And wonder is what is the thought that comes to you based on that observation. But no, I would never ever get them to kiss or get naked in a workshop. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to Tweak India.